Yeah. Instead of basically whenever you type in the group chat, like you need to say it in a way that's like polite. So instead of saying say let me in, say something like I'm here. Could you please let me in? Because it's like it's important. Like at the end of the day, like Shayan, you understand, right? Like I don't mind you speaking to me directly like that, but if it's like public places, it's like that's like a professional environment. You understand what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say?
I know.
It's like especially like don't worry about it. Like after a couple of months or a couple of years, you're going to have your own depart like own separate thing. So that's where you're going to be boss. That means you get to pick and choose. But when you're working, so there's like you understand. There's two parts to it. One is like right now you're basically like working under me
Yeah.
technically. In the future, when you're basically go on your own, then I will be working under you. Basically, you will be my boss. So that's when I have to like adjust to you in terms of like, hey, how Shan, like, what do you want? How do you want me to speak? Because that's your thing. But when you're working under somebody, you need to like calibrate to their needs. You understand what I'm trying
Yeah,
to
I
say?
understand. I understand. But now maybe can I know what is the purpose of the meeting? Because I have a meeting with the client within 30 minutes.
Oh, that's good. Okay, then you can definitely ignore me. But what I need from you is that your laptop or your computer, which one you don't use, keep that on all the time, 24 hours, because I need access sometimes.
Which one?
You get it? Laptop or computer, keep one of them on 24 hours with any
24.
date.
Would that 24 hours? I'm not sure. Like, what do you say?
You
In
can.
terms
It's
of
possible. Don't
sleeping
worry. I did
or.
it in the past.
Okay. Okay.
What's the problem? What do
I
you mean?
will
Like you
try. I
said,
will
like
try.
I'm not
Laptop,
sure.
right? I can give the laptop maybe. You can access it. I mean, because laptop can
Well,
be.
I don't care. Just keep one of them on because I need it.
Okay, no problem. I will try my laptop. Okay, okay, bye, 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 bye. Bye. What's happening?
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? In today's video, we have the longest live sales call at Biweekly Creatives.
So we're married, husband and wife team. We've been in the industry, she's been 3 years, I've been 2 years, 3.5. Yeah. We've been in the housing industry for about 17 years, so we built new homes and shipped them all over.
Oh, that's awesome.
Other homes. So we've been in construction for quite a while.
Okay.
So we kind of know a decent amount about housing. So.
Yes. And who got into it first, you said?
I did.
Okay, nice. So you started the trend, and then you can tag along.
I did, yeah. We sold homes, the new construction as a team.
Okay.
So it just made sense to keep doing it as a team. We have different strengths and weaknesses, so we're kind of opposite of each other. So it works good that way.
Oh, that's perfect then, yeah. Yeah, and then what's the current strategy right now as far as marketing goes, and I guess trying to acquire new clientele? Is everything based off of just working your sphere, working past, referrals? Is there any paid marketing right now? Is there any organic marketing by posting on social media? Just basically anything, all the strategies.
A little bit of paid marketing. We've just hired somebody to do our social media for us. So we give them the information, she creates all the posts. So that's now being more consistent, which it really wasn't before.
Okay.
Didn't have the time, didn't have the skills for it. So,
for sure.
And then just working our database.
Okay, awesome. And do you work them through like just email blasts or newsletters, stuff like that?
We do smart plans and things. We also do pop buys,
Okay.
buy with cookies or text.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stay in touch.
Yeah, for sure, it's crucial. And you mentioned there was some paid marketing. Was that just kind of something spontaneous you guys threw together campaign, or was someone running paid ads on what platforms?
We do paid ads on Facebook. It's typically for a specific property.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, and then we do a little bit of marketing as our KW group in Woodstock too.
Okay, awesome. And how was 2022 for you guys with the market shift and whatnot? And then what is most of your business mainly buyers or sellers, like 50-50 splitters, what have you on one side for you guys?
So 2022 actually was really good for us. It was our best year yet. And we are probably 35, 65, 35 seller, 65 buyer.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. And just as far as scaling goes, to get a better understanding as far as, I guess, what you'd be looking for as far as getting on this call in general, but you mentioned you have the early in the social media, so is it more of trying to establish a back-end marketing machine to constantly, bring in new clientele, bring in new leads, build a pipeline and stuff like that, or just kind of goals for 2023, stuff like that?
Yeah, so Woodstock itself, that's where we are, Woodstock, Brunswick. So, the population of Woodstock's maybe 10,000 people, but there's 30 realtors in this area.
Yeah.
So in order to get a little more market share, it's just we're hitting this area with Facebook ads and stuff like that, and constant marketing, just to get our name there a little bit better, right?
Yeah.
Okay, for sure.
I see it says number 2 is a closed deal. So 2022, we closed 69.5.
Okay.
So to scale that, we'd like to grow that a little bit this year.
Okay.
But we're working a lot on our systems as well. So that doesn't necessarily mean that to do more, we need to invest a whole lot more time. We can just specific and better systems. So.
For sure. No,
and then bring on a couple new people, hopefully, as well. They're studying right now. So.
Okay, awesome. But yeah, appreciate you guys answering that. So just a little bit about us, who we are and what we do. We're a full-service real estate specialized marketing agency, so doing everything from A to Z for our realtors and teams to essentially scale their personal brand via organic posting, and then obviously bringing in new clientele with our unique strategies on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Google. Obviously, with operating online, results is our main priority, and everything that we've developed, packages, is all circling around that. So we don't stray away from that. We're also based out of Canada, so we do understand the market. Essentially, we're not out of the United States. We're in Ontario, Sault Ste. Marie, and Windsor. So time is money, and we understand that, especially specifically with you guys as realtors. Like I said in the beginning of the call, your schedules are pretty sporadic when it comes to either open houses in the evenings, clients randomly texting you, changing dates or times, stuff like that. So the last thing we want to do is burden you with more work by potentially working with us. We're not going to be in your inbox asking you to film 17 videos, or hey Chelsea, here's a lead list of 300 people, cold call away and let us know if anyone answers. It's the last thing we want to do. We understand that at the end of the day, your business should stand on multiple pillars, and this should be 10% of it. So you have other things that you need to focus on. We want you to maybe wake up 15 minutes earlier in the morning, have your coffee, log into our system, check out the weekly ad report, see the leads that are coming in, how they're being nourished, the automated conversations, if you have any book appointments for that week, and that's about it. So we want you to focus on the clients you have, being a realtor, giving the best possible service you can get, and that's just how we like to operate. Now, we're not the biggest real estate marketing agency in the world. We're not already working with 20 realtors in Woodstock or the surrounding areas. We actually started doing some slow reach in the areas. We're actively looking to work with one team or one realtor in the area, hence why we reached out to you guys. But that's how we like to operate. We're an online business. We can work throughout the entire world. So my whole thing is that I want people to be exclusive to our strategies and what it is that we're doing, exclusive to our leads. I feel like if we had 20 people in the area and we were all splitting the leads and everyone was calling the same person, it wouldn't really make any sense to kind of be working against ourselves. So our whole thing is exclusivity to what it is that we do. So with that being said, having a good team environment, excellent communication is key for this to be successful. And it's pretty cliche to say this, but the only reason I do is because some people we've worked with have had pretty big heads and they won't contact us for a month and a half and then let us know that the quality of the appointments hasn't been very good. Well, just simply throw us a text and let us know so we can implement some things in the back end to get better and better results, which is what it's all about. And then obviously from your perspective, you're paying someone online money, so you're going to want to know what's going on 24/7. So for those reasons, you never want to leave you in the dark. 24/7 communication with the team, weekly ad reports, bi-weekly Zoom calls, just chatting, going over our plan for the week, how campaigns are running, what we plan. Just to go over the creatives, the examples, and our thought process behind developing this stuff. Obviously, it's a crucial part of marketing and advertising. You need to get people to actually click on your advertisements in order for anything to happen. So I like to showcase this because when I didn't, for some reason, people think these need to be some sort of Super Bowl commercial quality ads and we're going to spend thousands of dollars developing this stuff. That's not the case whatsoever. We've split tested hundreds of different ads and we've done all of that. And what we've realized is that simplicity works, having a good call to action works. And to be honest, if it's not the prettiest and takes us 20 minutes to develop and it's getting a great cost per lead and it's getting results, then we don't really care. So for example, that home collage that you see in the top right, just the cluster of homes with the logo and their information, that's the same ad we were running in the last slide. And this general ad idea has been one of the top performing ads for all clients across the board. What I mean by that is it's brought in hundreds of leads with the lowest average cost per lead of $2.50, thousands of landing page clicks, the lowest average cost per click of 10 cents, and tens of deals closed. So simple ad like that takes us 25 minutes to develop. Why it works so well, I have absolutely no idea. But we're always trying to find the next best ad and I would do that one. So this is strictly on Instagram and Facebook what this ad would look like. We're a fairly young team, constantly studying the ad library, especially in your area, as we're actively looking to work with one team or realtor here. And something that we've consistently realized is the lack of video advertisements, user-generated content video ads on Facebook and Instagram, on YouTube, and on TikTok. So not only are video ads nowhere to be seen, and the competition for that is slim to nothing, but no one's leveraging YouTube, and definitely no one's leveraging TikTok. So the competition on there is slim to nothing, which is why it works so well on top of the targeting and the algorithm already. So something that we do for our clients is we run video ads. We send you the script, send you a video example. Use your iPhone, get in front of a window, and have decent audio. That's all you need. We'll handle all the editing and the back end part of that. So we run this as an in-stream skippable YouTube ad. We run this on Instagram and Facebook. The targeting on YouTube is insane. I'll get into why it works so well. We run this as a TikTok ad. The algorithm on there is insane. I'll get into why that works so well. But just to give you an example of what this ad could look like, something that's worked really well in the past, and how easy essentially it is to film.
Attention Sault Ste. Marie. Is the housing market crashing? With the current interest rates, should I buy now or should I wait? With my house worth, has it gone down in value? Will interest rates keep going up this year? For answers to all these questions, click below and let's chat.
So ads like this are great because they're like sort of audience interactive videos. You're not really selling anyone anything. You're just trying to help out the community, answer questions. But little do they know when they're opting in, we're getting all the information and it's showing that they have some level of interest in the market. And then 30% of those people are looking to buy or sell in the next 3 months. Build them into their database. That's how all the fun part happens. Now I'm gonna pull up the next level, which would be filming like sort of a commercial style video where my team and I would come down, do all the scripting, creative control, like filming a commercial. Or if you have in-house filmers, we'll kind of just help you out with an idea as far as what you should film. But just give me a second while I share this. So this would be something that we would run as an in-stream skippable YouTube ad, which performs absolutely astonishingly well just from an organic perspective. People will recognize this team just from the thousands of impressions that it got, not let alone like the actual advertising. But I'll play this.
Hey kid, are you lost?
No, my agents are on the way.
No matter who you are or where you are, we are your real estate experts.
How are you?
So obviously the video idea is very like we have multiple different ones that aren't anything like that, but their whole idea was targeting a luxury market, young kid looking at a nice property, and they wanted to sort of display in the commercial. So we also have inside sales agents. A big part of doing this is, calling people. That's the most effective way to book appointments, no matter what any other agency will tell you. You can have the best script campaigns in the world. You'll never beat just picking up the phone and calling the person. So these people are fully trained for a 3-month period as far as the scripts that we use that have been split tested on, thousands of different realtors and teams, what they're allowed to ask, what they're not allowed to ask. So depending on the package, we'll place an agent inside your business. They're gonna manage the CRM, do all the calling, book appointments on autopilot while you're working. They do 1 weekend shift per month, unlimited amount of dials. And another cool thing is 2 master inside sales training classes. So you mentioned those 2 new agents that come on. We have wicked sales training courses. So essentially all realtors get together from across Canada. These inside sales agents get together and twice a month for an hour each call. They go over what's worked for them, sales skills, cold calling, door knocking, how to effectively talk to people, just stuff like that. These guys are really professionals. They're doing tens of thousands of calls every single month. So it's pretty cool just to network and learn a lot from these people. Now, just to go over a precise strategy and exactly what it is that we're trying to do. So the first step is on Facebook and Instagram. We develop these advertisements, we build the campaigns, and we're letting these run for a 2-week period. We're essentially just every day seeing what's going to work, what's not going to work for you guys in your area, your brand, and whatnot. Now, if we're running video ads, we develop a video ad campaign, and we create a custom audience of every user that has a 25% retention rate on this video. So if you get 10,000 video views, say 2,000 of those people stay for 25% of the video.
I'm doing well. I'm excited to check. We want to blow this out of the water, but we know at least we can guarantee you're going to get in the next 6 months.
Yeah, I definitely want to sign up for it. I can see myself doing that. What is it per? It's 15 per month. So at 6 months, what is that? Oh yeah, I definitely don't want to pay 1,000.
What we've pioneered here differently is what we call the system. Hey, Lori.
Hi, how are ya?
I'm doing well. I'm excited to check. Can you hear me all right?
I hear you fine. Yep.
Perfect. Cool. Well, I have about an hour blocked off for us, so I'm going to just jump right in if that works with you.
Yeah, let me get my pen. I just had it right here. Fell behind my desk.
Cool.
So you're out in North Carolina?
I'm in Charlotte, yep.
Very cool.
I was actually just in Scottsdale a couple months ago doing a podcast there. Lovely area. I've never been before, but blown away. Honestly, one of my favorite cities.
It's a party city, for
It is.
sure.
I heard it's a common, like, kind of, it's a common place for, bridesmaids to go and celebrate, and that seemed to be a common thing.
Yeah, it's a destination city, so there's resorts, and my daughter lives in Scottsdale, so
Okay.
I hear a lot.
Yeah, where exactly are you based? You mentioned Tucson. Is there? I'm not too familiar with that geography. Are there different kind of areas?
Yeah, so Tucson is southeast of Phoenix.
Okay.
And I live in a community called Oro Valley. That's O-R-O, V as in Victor, Valley, 85755. So we're about an hour north of the Mexican border. It's a real cool town. Tucson is more laid back than Phoenix. It's like a cowboy town.
Oh yeah.
It is. It's a big, huge retirement city. You have Arizona, which is cool. They got a cool downtown area, much, much, much smaller than like Charlotte or Scottsdale. Even I mean, the downtown area of Tucson is probably the size of Scottsdale, so that's a small downtown. But we have a ton of golf communities here. Like I said, it's a huge destination for retirees. Oro Valley, where I live, the median household or the median sales price is around $400,000.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's a lot of money here, a lot.
Right. I mean, and that's the vibe I got from Scottsdale too. Just a lot of money, kind of all in that area. So I'm glad to hear that's the case in your market as well. So to take a step back, Lori, I know you're a new agent, you saw our ads, but like, what really motivated you to take the time and hop on a meeting with me today? What's kind of the thought process if you can unpack that a little bit deeper?
I'm hungry.
Okay.
I'm a self-motivator, and sales has always been my niche. And when I was provided the opportunity to really do it, my daughter's independent now, living in Scottsdale. My husband is a really busy custom home builder, and I'm like, now's the chance. Now I can finally get into something that I know I'm going to love, and I know I'm really good at it. I'm really, I'm a relationship-based person, so I'm very close to my clients. Like I said, I mean, I'm like new, but I mean, all of my colleagues who are like, oh my God, they're like, how did you do 4 listings in a year like this?
I was gonna say, you give me realtor vibes, like, all right, I mean that in a great way, like as a compliment. Like you give off the vibe of a successful realtor. So yeah, it's because I've talked to realtors my entire life, so I say that thinking I have some knowledge of the subject. So you're hungry for business, you're new to it, but you're ready to go. You feel like this is what you're kind of meant to do. It sounds like.
Absolutely.
What were you doing before this?
So before this, I worked at Rocket Mortgage for underwriting. My daughter also worked there as well as a licensed mortgage banker. And so I was there for like 3 years. Before that, I was a hairstylist in Michigan. So I was used to selling myself basically and having relationships with all my clients. So it just comes really naturally to me.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's just, hair will only get you so much money. And when I came to Arizona, I was like, yeah, even though I was like in underwriting with Rocket Mortgage, I could not stand sitting at home anymore with, COVID. And then, even though COVID ended, they were like, yeah, you can still work from home. But then the rates went down. And so I'm like, oh my God. So my daughter had to resign as a banker, and I had to take their severance because it was so bad. My daughter was a refi banker. So anything refi, like out the door, bye-bye.
Right.
So, but that had a lot to do with like relationship building as well, talking to clients. And
So what's causing the shift to now become a realtor? What's the thought process? Is it just like you're ready for it and now's the right time, or is there anything else that has kind of led to this being a calculated time for you to actually take this leap?
knowing that my daughter, is independent was huge for me, not having to pay for anything, not having to do, the sports, and for being school, and like my time is all my time now. Like I said, my husband is busy, so I'm like, I gotta do something that's gonna make me a ton of money, which, like I said, I mean, even though this is, a retirement community, people are always buying their second homes. There's a lot of money here. So, wanting a higher pay grade is huge for me. Why is that? Because I want to be comfortable when I retire. I want to live the same life I am right now. I'm scared to death. And so is my husband. Like, we're like, okay, how are we supposed to live like we do right now? And I'm like, well, I'm just going to kick ass in real estate, and you're going to build 10 more $5 million homes.
Gotcha. So you're worried that if you don't produce income, that when retirement comes around, either the style of living, the standard of living is going to go down, or you guys are going to have to keep working probably longer than I imagine you want to.
Yeah. And I envision myself, I'll never say I'm retired. I think I love this career so much. Like, it's so much fun meeting people and showing houses and getting listings. And like, I can't ever see myself retiring. Like, I'll be 70. Like, oh, you want to look at houses?
Right.
Fun.
Right. So you just love it, which is rare. Not enough realtors I talk to actually enjoy what they do. My mom's the same way. She's an agent in Charlotte as well, and she's getting ready to retire. And she's the same way. She's like, I'll always be selling homes. I just want to be selling homes less. So you can have the same goal. It sounds like. And you mentioned you want to make a ton of money. So if you could get a little more granular with me, what is a ton of money in Lori's eyes? What does that actually look like?
So my lifestyle I would need to, and I've already calculated things. I would need to make, I don't know, $400,000 a year for me to be happy.
400K a year.
Yeah, I mean, that's where I intend to be and where I want to stay. Obviously, the market will have things to do with that, but I'm not the type of person to there's going to be so many realtors dropping off because of this market.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's going to be so many leaving. I just want to stick it through so that I stay at the top of mind, at my company and with the community.
I think that's a great mindset. I saw something from, I don't know if it was Inman or who it was, but they predicted that 25% of the real estate market was going to essentially quit this year, and then another 20% or something next year. So
before.
I
You know?
am too. Maybe it's gone up since I saw that stat. That was maybe like 5 months ago. But I love that mindset. So you understand the market, maybe not ideal currently, but if you can stick it out and build some sort of foundation, the competition is going to just even itself out and level itself out, and then you're going to be ready to kind of run with things and just go hard, make some money. Love it. Okay, so 400K a year in GCI, which is a specific number. It sounds like you actually put a thought process behind that to support your current lifestyle.
To support it, and then God forbid I go through a divorce, or God forbid my husband dies, and he's 63, I'm 44. So I plan everything out. I'm a what if person, and you know, being a single mom for a very long time, I'm like very minutia detail kind of person, like with my money.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it just is naturally in my brain that way. But I love kind of writing things out and having like a vision board, and you know, just knowing that I want to maintain this lifestyle, but more so because if something happens to my husband.
Opportunities do you think you need coming in on a monthly basis on top of what you're doing right now to actually get to 400K?
I would say a month.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be quite a bit because I'm so new. I would say 15 a month.
15?
Yeah.
15 quality seller opportunities coming in a month.
Yeah, so that I know I'm not going to get all of those 15, but if I have the opportunity, I know that I can sell it.
Right. And on top of that, is there anything else you think is missing to get you to 400K? I mean, you mentioned lack of inventory, lack of consistent opportunity flow. If you're getting 15 extra quality sellers a month right now, do you think you're on your path to 400K? Or is there anything else that maybe I should take note of on my end to think about and write down that might stop us from actually hitting that goal?
I don't know. I think that with a big number like that in mind and my determination, I don't see that, you know, obviously the number, the listing amount is going to factor in, right? Huge. But I honestly, right now, I think if there's a solid 15 to 20 leads and I'm able to, you know, get them, you know, seller exclusive, signing the contract. I mean, so far, let's just say this. Like I got started working in February, March, April, May, June, July, August. So we're right at about 6 months since I started working at Long Realty. I brought home 75,000. So, you know what I mean? Like I feel like it's very attainable because even though the lack of inventory here is lower right now, probably than obviously Scottsdale or Phoenix,
Sure.
It's a luxury market. It's the people we run with. It's just even the median base price is, I mean, 400,000. That's nothing to snuff at for the median sales price of a community. You know.
Yeah, so if you're getting 15 to 20 seller opportunities on top of what you have right now, you have the relationship building ability, you have the closing ability, the knowledge. Sounds like that's really just the biggest thing that you need to focus on right now. Is just figuring out how to get more of those.
Yep. Yeah, because that was only 4 closings and $75,000
right.
in 6 months. So, I mean, I can see myself getting there pretty quickly. I mean, if I can get some good stuff.
I see it as well because of your market. Your market's I like your market, and I also kind of just like your background. I'm curious, what is the split in the situation with the broker like? Are you on a team? Is it just a broker? What's that situation like?
I'm solo at Long Realty.
Yeah.
Long Realty. They're big in Tucson. They're not really known. They're not like a Keller Williams or anything, but here they are in Tucson. They're the biggest one. They hold most of the market share. They're family owned. They have like 10 offices in the whole Tucson metro area. 1926. And it's a 50-50 split, but they do a lot for us. So I know.
50-50 split, even if you generate the lead yourself?
Yep.
Wow.
No matter what. So I would make much more had I not.
Interesting. Okay. What are they providing to you for that 50-50?
They straight out of like when they first hire you, you go through a very intensive training program, like their academy. And because of their market share is what people go to Long Realty for, is the education and their market share. We know that it's mostly Long Realty signs in everybody's yards. So great about that is Long Realty, I think, has like, I don't know, maybe 2,000 agents. Everybody else has much lower than that because there are, there's a lot of 8-star brokers around here. So what was I saying? Oh my gosh, I got off track. Do you remember when?
Yeah, explaining why they are taking 50-50 and what they're kind of providing for that.
So yeah, they provide the market share. And that, like I said, that's why a lot of realtors go to them. But there was something else that was really, I don't know, it'll come back to me. Sorry.
No, you're good. So I'm curious, I'm trying to think like long-term for you, right? Like 400K GCI, do you envision yourself being there forever, or do you envision yourself eventually breaking off? What's your vision as far as just being with the brokerage and structuring the business?
I would like to say, what I was going to tell you, here I remember now. So 2,000 agents and the 10 offices, we all get to share the listings. So I can hold an open house for any listing that is within Long Realty. You know how sometimes brokerages have like 5 agents at their office?
Right.
5 agents are like dying to like, where's an open house, but they can only hold it 5 agents at the office. It's not, like I said, there's 2,000 agents and we all see everybody's inventory on our website and we can say, hey, I want to hold open those 5 houses this week. And so it's nice. It is really nice. That's why I like Long Realty as well.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Yeah. And so are you planning on being there for the next few years? You eventually want to break off and do your own thing? What's your vision?
I want to break off because it's 50-50. Like, it's a lot. It's a great name to have under my belt, but I can see myself already, like, I took a big hit with my guys, so I definitely see myself leaving there. Not anytime, like, maybe next year.
What would you need to make that happen? Because they have a lot of market share. So what would you need to actually be able to do that successfully, do you think?
Just to continue marketing myself the way that I am right now.
Okay.
Because what I'm doing right now is working out, and I would just keep that going. I would have to go actually above and beyond what I'm doing right now because losing that long bubble, the Long Realty bubble, it could affect me. But there are agents here that have done very well branching out on their own.
So if you were able to keep marketing yourself, potentially have a system on top that's also marketing for you, then you can kind of more comfortably go and break off. And then you just have to do half as much volume, you're making the same amount of money.
Exactly.
If you do the same amount of volume, you're making twice as much. I'll be honest, just as a coach, Lori, I see that being the eventual play for you. A lot of agents probably need what Long provides, and I think, you're new right now, probably makes sense to have them. But a year from now, and I'll tell you a little bit about why I say that. I'll actually share with you my mom's story here in a second. She started off with KW, similar kind of reason. Now she has her own brokerage, and I'll show you why I say that. But even if we work to partner together, I would plant that seed in your mind because I see a lot of agents relying on brokerages too much and giving up so much of their income when really it's just fear of taking that leap that's holding them back. But when they do it, man, some of them drown, sure, but I don't think you're a drowner. I think you're a swimmer, and that's just about it. So, Cool. Well, this is really interesting. So just to summarize, you're a newer agent, but you've had a good start. You're in a kind of luxury community. You have a really good network. You're getting opportunities and deals from your own sphere, from your husband as well, but it's just not consistent enough right now to feel like it's practical to get to 400K a year. So you're looking to have something on top of that because you don't want to settle. You just want to make as much as possible, and you're serious about that. So that's kind of why we're talking. And on top of that, the long-term vision is 400K a year. Break off from Long Realty. Keep living your life. Keep crushing it. And that's kind of the summary I have. Is there anything I'm missing? Is there anything you would add or take away from that?
I mean, it's very accurate, but to add to it, no, I can't think of anything right now. You summarized it very well.
Cool. Well, that's all my note taking right there.
Okay.
So at this point, Laura, I can pretty much kind of walk you through what we do and how it works because I actually do think we can help. But you tell me where you want to go from here.
So I just want to know the off the top, what it's going to cost, what your structure is, just everything I can, I'm going to write it all down.
Yeah. So I have all of that in this presentation that I'll share with you here in a second.
Okay.
So I can kind of just dive right in if you want.
Yeah, totally.
As I'm going through this, Lori, just feel free to interrupt me, or if you see something you want to ask about, take a note. But yeah, just feel free to interrupt me at any point.
Okay.
So in our system, we actually guarantee 10 listing appointments or 3 listings in 6 months. Both of those are guaranteed, either or essentially.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? In the custom list, like, what are you looking for? Is there a different neighborhood, something along those lines? So it's also the best things for is besides your time. So
Kaden. This is. I want to remind you that maybe you have a meeting today. I sent you the mail. Maybe you forgot. No, I was just asking the meeting. We have started the meeting. Are you coming or not? Not. Okay, so we can reschedule. So leave a reply here, or can I reply here that I'm not coming or something like this? So I can okay, no problem. I'm rescheduling. Okay. So can I know like your next free timing so we can reschedule it again, or you want to close it? What the hell?